Give me a second, I'll put you right next to me.
You know, Mount City, I'm gonna be getting up and down. Yeah, I'm getting up and down.
This good?
Yeah.
If you want to see a drog, it's drog. Like, look a second, Larry. This is the drog. Look a second. See, look carefully. The top is completely clean. Completely missing. Look at the Surat HaGidul. And then, if you look carefully, there are no any indentation in there at all. The lower part is 354 to 500. 350 to 500.
Oh, $42.
People will pay.
No, I bought the 10 sets, so it's those sides. It was
I mean, every
I'm showing it to my
sometimes,
rabbi, so
sometimes
I
you
don't
have,
ask the price.
sometimes you have dots in the bottom. It's clean. It's completely clean. It's Morocco.
You didn't buy it on MP, right?
No, I went to Rabbi
At the show, you read the guy at the table?
See, originally the Moroccan Etrogim were the best Etrogim because they were really wild Etrogim. I mean,
Now they're cultivated, right?
of course, now you need supervision.
You know, when they buy it to the game, they buy them by cases
They
and
buy
then
them
they
bulk.
separate,
Yeah,
then
they-
they separate
Yeah,
them
you get a mix.
by quality.
Some
So,
are-
huh? No, they buy by the, like a closeout, you know, you buy the sodas. No, that's what they buy, buy by the pound maybe, I don't know how they do it, by the pound or by the piece.
By the pieces.
Look a second. In Parashat Bereshit. Good morning.
Well, Larry.
Okay, tough.
Start soon. Do another cycle.
Look at page number 4, Larry. Sefer Bereshit, Perek Aleph. Pasuk Yud Aleph.
Which, what is it?
Aleph and Aleph. Aleph.
Page 4 in the article.
We're going to look why the Torah, we don't know why, but one of the reasons why the Torah chose the etrog to be the fruit of the holiday. ויאמר אלוהים, אנשי הארץ דשא עשב, מזריע זרע, עץ פרי, עושה פרי למינו, זרעו בו על הארץ. Read us because you read it, I think when we read Bereshit last ago.
God said, let the earth sprout vegetation, herbage, yielding seed, fruit trees yielding fruit, each after its kind, containing its own seed on the earth.
We understand it more or less, yes. Look a second at the Pasuk again. I'm taking one word out.
Why it was so much.
ויאמר אלוהים תעשי הארץ דשא עשב מזריע זרע עץ עושה פרי למינו. מה זה עץ פרי? עושה פרי. If you're telling me a tree, עץ פרי, the word פרי after עץ, look at the Rashi. עץ פרי, says Rashi, originally the idea was שתהיה טעם העץ וטעם הפרי. The bulk and the leaves should have the same taste. Vehi, somehow the land, lo astaken, this is not the time to talk how is it possible. Ela, look at the next pasuk. בתוצא הארץ, דשא עשב, מזריע זרע למיניו, ועץ עושה פרי. doesn't say ועץ פרי עושה פרי. והיא לא עשתה כן.
Wait, Rabbi Prague, unless you're reading it wrong or my chumash is wrong, there's no vav in front of the eights, although Rashi has a,
I'm talking the way Rashi.
yeah, but why does Rashi put a vav in front of the word eights? It's not in the pasuk.
It's video.
No.
It's not 3 year.
Right.
Rashi, you mean in the pasuk? I don't know.
Right.
When the real answer is Rashi wanted to read it the way he wanted to read it.
Yeah, but he doesn't quote it.
ולא העץ פרי.
Okay.
רש"י, לפיכך, כלכלה, כשנתקלקל אדם, על עוונו נפקדה אדם. This is why the land was punished, except one tree. Which one tree? Let's go now to Parashat Emor. Go now to Sefer Bamidbar, Sefer Vayikra, Parashat Emor. Go to Sefer Bamidbar, Parashat Emor. אחרי מות, יסגור אחרי מות, קדושים אמות. In Parashat Emor, you have all the details of the mitzvot of the holidays. We read it for the holidays. So look on page 688, it's Perek Chavdima. פסוק מ' ולקחתם לכם ביום הראשון פרי עץ הדר. Look at the Rashi on the bottom left. What is פרי עץ הדר? הפסוק should have said פרי הדר. מה זה פרי עץ הדר? You remember what Rashi told us originally? עץ שטעם עצו ופריו שם. So the only tree that in the beginning of creation grew the way Hashem wanted all the trees to be is the etrog. The reason why we take it after Yom Kippur is to remember, yes, what is Hadar? He does exactly what he was told. But it's basically when we take the etrog tomorrow, this is Hadar.
Symbolism.
The symbol is Pri Eitz Hadar.
What does Hadar mean? Is that? What's
Hadar
the word
is
mean?
Glory, beautiful.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Good.
But again, no, but yeah, look at this etrog. You look at that etrog.
Yeah.
It's a very pleasant look.
Rabbi, so is a lemon. Can't tell the difference. I mean, I'm just saying, it's the same thing.
But to see a perfect lemon, you see how it goes. I don't know. About lemons, it's very healthy. About lemons all the time. 3 for $1, 4 for $1, 2 for $1. Never, I mean, it's
I bought yesterday,
clumsy,
I
big.
bought for my wife $1.09 each one. Are you buying 2 for $1? On the casting, $1.09. I never buy anything. She told me on the way home, can you do me a favor? I said, first time I think I ever bought fruit.
My brother used to go to the borough park with his dad before some court, and he'd tell the guy, listen, today's etrogim, but tomorrow's lemons. Give me a deal. My brother Henry.
Henry, remember Henry, I'll never say it.
now the mitzvah to ושמחתם לפני השם אלוקיכם 7 ימים, right? Look at second in the mitzvah. Look a second at the end of the pasuk. Pasuk again, pasuk mem. ולקחתם לכם ביום הראשון פרי עץ הדר. כפות תמרים, it's amazing that the etrog is written first. Even though the bracha is on the lulav, of course. Yes. פרי עץ הדר, כפות תמרים, וענף עץ אבות, which is the הדסים, והרבה נחל, ושמחתם לפני השם אלוקיכם 7 ימים. What does it mean? ושמחתם לפני השם. So here they have the ושמחתם לפני השם means that the mitzvah of taking the 4 minim in the Beit HaMikdash was every day min Torah. For us, it's only tomorrow min Torah, and the rest is Takanat Chachamim. But in Beit HaMikdash, and of course, as Jimmy said, the question is why? Why is this is a big question you can pose in every table? Why is the mitzvah of Simcha and Sukkot bigger than all the other holidays? We Pesach and Sukkot are exactly the same. If you look at it,
the 3 holidays tied together on the same day, they're very similar.
but the question is when it comes to the mitzvah of Simcha.
Rabbi, we just went through Kippur, we cleaned up our avonot, so we should be much happier than we are during the other holidays.
So the general
Understanding.
explanation, Jimmy says, after Kippur we are cleansed. The reason why, but it's a spiritual shower.
And this you're saying the happiness in Sukkot is higher than Pesach?
No, you don't have a mitzvah in Pesach to be happy like you do.
No, so you do on all the
This is a
Pagim.
mitzvah.
I love
it is, but
exactly.
not
I realize that all the chayim,
Rambam's money.
all the
But
chayim.
no, it's not,
Rambam's money.
but it's Sukkot more than any other holiday.
But they're all from the
Now you open the Rambam in Perek Zayin Milchot Lulav. Zayin Milulav.
Rabbi, just the way you read the pasuk is interesting now. If you're telling me at the end, Shiv'at Yamim, why do you have to tell me Ukachtem Bayom Rishon? What am I going to take it? Am I going to take it on Sukkot on Kippur?
The Gemara, of course, does. Look in Rambam Sefer Zmanim, in the book that you got, go all the way there, almost all the way there. Sefer Zmanim, you should say on top, Ilchot Lulav.
Sukkah.
But I just want to clarify, it is a mitzvah to be sameach on all the Fatim, correct?
No, Simachem or Chen.
Right, so.
Yeah, but it's more. It says
No,
Ve'ayita
no,
Ach Sameach.
Okay, I understand, but.
Let's read about 1100 years ago,
Okay.
800 years ago, Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon,
Okay.
Rabbi, not
Sounds
Ben
like a plan.
Ishchai, neither,
Sounds like a plan.
when he write the
The
Perek,
actual verse.
You've given us this Rambam, it's the last parak, the
Halacha Yud Bet.
8th parak, he talks about the Simcha, the last halakha in the 8th parak.
פרק ח' הלכה י"ב. ח' י"ב. Here, so whatever all the gematria together that you got, let's go to the Rambam's interpretation of Chumash.
Rambam wasn't in Gematria.
אף על פי שכל those
This is the bottom line. here.
big books written by real big people, prove that the Rambam knew all the Kabbalah, but ראיות מפורשות.
There's a big mahloket with the Rambam, had the Zohar.
אף על פי שכל המועדות מצווה לשמוח בהם. זה מצווה to be happy על שבועות and פסח. כל המועדות מצווה לשמוח בהם. בחג הסוכות הייתה שם במקדש שמחה יתרה. For where do you learn it? In the pasuk that we just read.
שמחתם.
ושמחתם לפני השם אלוקיכם. המקדש is לפני השם אלוקיכם. 7 ימים. Okay, now the Rambam goes in details what exactly they did in Beit HaMikdash. In many places we emulate more or less what they did. But this is the question, Eli. So why is Sukkot? Rambam says openly extra. So what Jimmy just said is normally.
Right.
Normally the reason why we cannot be very happy is because of all the pressure. This is why some people need 1 whiskey, 2 whiskey, 4 depends what you get. But if you go in my shul,
Good whiskey, not cheap whiskey. Don't burn a hole. Don't burn a hole in your stomach.
my shul,
As you think,
my shul and Simchat Torah 25 years ago, before many people died, before they died, the Talmud of the Chafetz Chaim every year used to tell me the only shul in Brooklyn that we dance and happy without whiskey is here. You know why?
Wow.
Because we learn here all year. We are happy with the Torah, not with the whiskey.
Rabbi,
The whiskey is not
just
really.
a helping, Rabbi.
It's
It's just bringing out what's
We're
on
not
the inside.
accusing anyone.
No, seriously, if a person's depressed, the whiskey's not gonna help it.
Right,
Sometimes a
right,
person
right,
can't
right,
express
I-
their feelings.
I want to tell you something about whiskey. This is from Rav David Feinstein. I saw it in firsthand. He was at my grandson's bris by Alan Haber's house. So he was there, he, participated in the bris with us. I think it was my son, my grandson Mal. At the end of the bris, this is at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8:30, whatever it was. Rav David turns to me and says, no. L'chaim?
It's discussed.
I said, of course, Rabbi. Alan, my Uncle Alan, he's my uncle. We need some schnapps. He goes around the house.
Can't find.
No, he has no liquor in the house.
Yeah, no, we can.
They went next door to my former son in Laniato. They got a bottle of scotch first thing in the morning, and the rabbi wants to do a l'chaim with schnapps. Rav David.
But you see, did you hear the story? I heard the story. You heard it?
I heard it a few times, Rabbi.
No. If you were boiling wine, you would have said l'chaim on wine.
said l'chaim.
L'chaim for the where's the schnapp?
He said the word schnapps.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
He said the schnapp.
Ike, is that how you heard it the
But
last
this,
time?
but this is what I'm
Yeah, it's a repeat edition.
But he wanted to make a l'chaim.
The question is why is
Why
is
he
there-
said schnapp.
why no I thought
Not that you can- He wanted
Ain't Simcha El Alayai.
to do
You need something chashuv.
Even Larry lives. Even Larry's living.
Rabbi, continue.
Something
Oh,
important.
the question is, Eli, why is the mitzvah of Simcha here?
Yeah.
I saw yesterday.
And this is in the Beit HaMikdash stuff.
It is a mitzvah that
You say,
today.
it says because you
Over,
say
over there, you didn't see the
That's
very
the
big
source.
way, but the Chiyuv Anaz is exactly
Continue.
the same.
Okay, let's hear. Let's hear.
Says Reb Shmuel Rozovsky, if we look at the four minim, the four species that each one represents a different type of a person. So it's the only time of the year that by us,
Altogether.
everyone is together. When we are together, then you can be really happy.
Nice.
We can't learn from the four
And-
sons?
And
Also that?
this is the Torah for another time.
But right now, it's talking about
The four sons is the Torah wrote here. The Torah tells you here, hold
Shows
it
the next son
together,
goes
and
to
you, and you, and you, and you are the same. So Zalman Auerbach, the Ben Ish Chai, Rav Ovadia Yosef, and the regular man in the shul are the same. This is the idea. This is the idea. Only then, and only when you leave the comfort of your house to go out to the sukkah, which means you're making a statement. Yes, I know what's. What do you?
That's why it's in the davening. V'yeyasu lechem agudah achad lasor b'tzonecha. That's the davening.
So they used to have the sukkahs in Yerushalayim, they always build that sukkah,
Everyone had to say.
and
the
it's all
streets, I guess,
in the
that's what
street, you know what I'm saying? It's not your home now, all of a sudden now, or did they go back on it, or, I mean, what was the logistics of
Who
it?
says that you have to build it in your house? Wherever you sleep, the
No,
night that
I
you
know,
sleep.
that's what
I would go to Buffalo tomorrow night. I'll have a sukkah in Buffalo. Then I'll go to Toronto.
No, I just
So there are
seems like
people that
they,
rent it out
it's
and
like
they
they
have to
simply put it now,
Pop-up
this like
sukkahs,
outside our home, all this stuff,
It doesn't say lachem in sukkah. It says lachem in elulav and esrog.
I thought that if the sukkah is a substitute for the house,
Question is where they gonna
wherever
put it.
your
No, I
normal
know
house
you
is.
I know you can
Maybe
put it
somebody renting
everywhere,
our
but
land.
you know, we always think about it outside our house, but practicality, they had to go to Yerushalayim, everybody.
So they
Staying in a hotel.
own the land,
How
right?
would
That's
the-
what public spaces for.
And you think about this.
Pop-up
From a
sukkahs.
practical point of view, the whole country is going to one city and they all have to build a sukkah there.
Actually, only the men.
Eli,
The men have to
same as
go.
today, many people did it all for various reasons.
Rabbi, the mitzvah to go is all.
Everywhere, go where
Ladies
people
No,
excuses.
but the mitzvah to go is only on the men, right?
They
The Gemara said that the wife have to be because of Simchat Yom Tov. You know, look at that. You open Siman Tafresh Nunal.
We're not gonna go there.
You have this book in front of you, Siman Tafresh Nunal.
Rabbi, you know, it's interesting based on what you just said about everyone together, according to the Ben Ish Chai and the etrog and the lulav have to be touching each other. You shouldn't hold it, and you shouldn't hold it in one hand.
Right.
So when you're saying everyone has to be together, a lot of people are not careful on that. You know, it says don't do it with one hand. two
No,
separate
it's
hands.
always, it's always.
And they have to be touching.
It's always, you got the book.
Hold
You got
it
the
like
thing
that.
for-
The book and everything, then they got pay rest on your forearms.
Yeah. Tough race.
Somebody said I don't have something around your neck and hold it like, you know.
Nunal.
But he's very much feet. It says they have to touch each other on the bottom and don't use one hand.
The first one talk, open Siman Tafresh Nunal.
Actually, he,
Oh, good, no,
he gives a Kabbalistic reason, but it fits in with what the rabbi said also.
Perfect, with the book like this.
The problem is usually it's leaning forward then, right? You're hitting the guy in front of you.
That's why it's v'yeyasu kulam agudah achat. That's the whole.
This
concept.
is exactly what it is. I mean,
That's the davening. It's not there for a reason. That's why they call it. That's why it's there. They-
look at Siman, since you mentioned it, Jimmy. Tafresh Nunal Seed Bet. To see 300 years before the Ben Ish Chai, the Shulchan Aruch tells us.
Tafresh Nunal?
Tafresh Nunal Seed Bet.
ביטול אגודה בידו הימנית, כשהם למעלה.
Then let's read first what the Shulchan Aruch tells us. You know. Torah Aguda, Aguda means the lulav,
The
bundle that is together with the Siman Aravot B'Yad Yamin. Rasheim Lemala, the heads of
Vertical.
ועיקריהם למטה, והאתרוג בשמאלית. שולחן ערוך says openly that on the right hand you're holding the lulav, and the other siman arabot, and on the left, yes? Yes. So look a second.
Mishnah Berurah,
Yeah, look at the Mishnah Berurah a second.
Tet Vav.
If you said that Hashem למעלה, do you have to say עקריהם למטה?
הימנית, look הימנית. משנה ברורה ט"ו. משודהן את תלת המצווה, אתרוג עד הסימן הרבות הצריכים, והאתרוג חדה. ואפילו ברך עליו כבר, ואחר כך נותנו פעם שני. בעצם you made the ברכה in the סוכה in the morning, and now you're taking it only for הלל, כגון בשעת אמירת הושענות, צריך לתלות בימין. Listen to this now, Jimmy.
This is the key.
ואם נטל שניהם בידו אחת, you're holding the two in one hand, כתב באורחות חיים, זה לא יצא, so far so לא יצא.
לא יצא.
לדעת אתה, די יצא, מחלוקת. כיוון שלא היה אתרוג עמהם באגודה אחת, it does says as long as they're not tied together.
Who's the אורחות חיים? That's the name of a rabbi?
If you bring it, מהקדמונים.
Oh yeah?
ועיין במטה יהודה,
We
שחולק
tie the
עליו.
etrog together.
If you tie together, it's ודאי, לא טוב.
No good.
ולעניין הלכה יש להחמיר בשל תורה וצריך לחזור ולטעות בו לא מפעילים.
Let's do it again. Do the הושענות again.
If tomorrow you are holding it in one hand.
No. When you're walking around the הושענות.
Was there an Indian
No.
that
I
tied
don't
the
understand
etrog?
the, Rob, I don't understand the time. כיוון שלא היה אתרוג עמהם באגודה אחת, you're holding all four in one hand.
It's not tied together.
Tied together.
Not
אגודה
putting
is
a-
only they are tied together.
In other words,
He's not commenting on holding it in one hand.
he did answer
The
that.
only topic he's talking here is about holding it in one. So he says, באמת you should hold it in two separate hands. Why? Because this is three, this is one. If you held it in one hand, one opinion is you are not yotzeh because it's together.
It's as if
The
it's
other one says as long as it's not tied together, you're yotzeh.
If it would be tied together, it would be
I
NG.
thought we turned it upside down.
If it would be tied, so if you're holding it in one hand, it's as
Take
if,
the other one.
Oh.
it's as if it's tied together, and that you don't want it, it has to be not tied together, holding it together.
I thought we turned it upside down. and made
That's
it-
what
שלא היה
it is,
אתרוג
that's
עמהם
it.
באגודה אחת. It's not in one. אגודה means a group, a holding.
It's not together, it's not together.
Huh?
One of the differences,
Yeah, that's.
it must be tied,
Must be tied.
must.
So what's the difference? Why these?
It's a
Yeah.
three in a
Because
one.
the etrog combines all the three together. Etrog has everything with the other three combined together, there's one. Which means, well, this is not kind of
So
One
the
of-
dog makes it a unit. Right,
one of-
before that, it's only a
one of
component.
the interesting differences between Ashkenazim and Sfaradim is Mel Cohen is a lefty.
Ah.
Should he take the
Oh,
lulav
right
and
hand.
on the left?
Oh,
Now, the only place we know that the difference is the
I
tefillin.
mean, it's a strong.
Does
hand.
it spill to other mitzvot?
Still like me to use my
This
right,
is in many mitzvot. Look at the Shulchan Aruch.
regardless.
That's what it says. Here, we're gonna read it.
Look and see if Gimel now.
Interesting.
Itel is a lefty.
Right.
Shulchan Aruch says, regardless if you're a lefty, the lulav should be on your right hand.
Oh, no matter what.
בימין כל אדם, ואתרוג בשמאל כל אדם. בבתר ימין ושמאל ועלמא אזנינא, ולא בתר ימין ושמאל.
You go by most of the world.
רמה אשכנזים are not doing it.
Oh,
They are
oh.
saying we are consistent. If by תפילין you do it,
Oh,
רמה,
see, you could understand
ויש
that.
אומרים דאזנינא, בתר ימין דידי.
His right.
ויש ליטול עלולה בימין דידי והאתרוג בשמאל. אשכנזים הלפתי,
You could see
הוא
that.
take the lulav to מחלוקת ראשונים.
See that.
Interesting.
Now,
No, I did my right. I don't know. I think I did my right.
and I'm sure because you know whenever told me the opposite. This is the way Maran
So
says
Rabbi,
to
this
do
would
it.
apply to Kiddush or any other mitzvah also. Like
It's
you
very,
know,
I'm
you
having
always-
such problem for Kiddush lately. I start with the left, then before I say Baruch Atah Hashem, Borei Pergef, and I switch to my right. But really, I'm not comfortable. I don't have strength to hold a big glass there. I just don't, I'm not comfortable. I'd rather hold it in my left where I'm strong than when I'm saying the final, then I switch to my right. Same thing with, I got the same problem. I have the same problem.
Call me after, I'll give you doctor's number.
You're one and
No, Hey, why don't you hold it in the right hand? It's difficult for you.
He doesn't like it. He's not
I'm shaking,
comfortable.
I can't, I don't have much strength, I don't have
Can't.
much. I just, I'm
Control.
more comfortable.
Now it's 2 ounces.
Maybe-
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
no,
easy,
no.
I'm not so good.
I'm not here, but it's just something that comes.
No, but then you
Yeah,
can.
look,
You can't drink.
In Louisiana, they did it in the left.
I'm afraid to spill it.
Yeah.
I saw it on the carpet, I get big trouble.
Okay, you suck it up.
But this way's better.
There's a Shulchan Aruch.
By the way, even now, I did
You hold it
plate,
up
I had
This
hold the
way?
plate in my left hand.
No,
I
right.
took a case,
I can do it.
I got another plate.
If you can.
Right.
If you
I'll
go-
tell you what we do, like for my mother now, for my father, she doesn't fill the cup.
Yeah, yeah.
I can wind everywhere.
Smart.
I'm trying.
She said she doesn't fill it all the way.
Also, I'm standing and I sit down different. So like I got a lot of action going on.
We still stand.
Oh, yeah.
We stand.
Stand.
Stand and drink.
Stand and
No,
drink.
we sit down.
I sit
We still-
down, I
I
sit
put the
down.
cup down, I put the cups down and drink. Who says to sit? Shulchan Aruch, the Rambam, the whole halakha.
Maybe it would say.
My father
They
probably used to.
would
but my mother-
99% sit down. Every kiddush.
But they stand for the better half.
You sit down.
Every time we are with see people, they will give you one.
So
One
you show
group.
you one group by sitting.
Look now. See,
Rabbi would appreciate this
Look at
story.
him
My
down.
father still now, he turns on, in Yom Tov, his custom, he turns on the light.
yeah.
Or the air condition, you know, the halav they turned on. So when my, I forgot one of the kids got married, the first time the son-in-law was over, I went to my mother's house.
What's going on with this guy?
My mother turned on the AC.
What's going
What's
on
going
here?
on with you
What the
guys?
hell did I get into?
Mary, doing
Wow,
fine.
the wild scene.
Real
The
Ali
ball
in
game-
Syria,
the
in
World
Syria,
Series-
on Yom
the
Tov,
World Series is
on
on.
Yom Tov, they turn the lights on.
Off.
They
Not
not
off.
off, only
No,
on.
no, no, no.
Not
Not
off.
on.
Did people light cigarettes also? Did they
They
light-
used to, you don't remember over here, Allah
Outside.
Shalom, Miro
Miro
Sa'in and
Sa'in.
those? They used to light the match and leave it on the
Look
side
and
because
see
you
if
can't blow it
that-
out.
But you turn it off, there's some that you were allowed to
Look
turn.
at
it.
see
Make
if
it-
Dalet
Remember
in
as a kid,
Shulchan
they used
Aruch.
Okay.
Adam שאין לו יד.
Does it
There are
have a hand?
many Israeli soldiers that lost their hands. What did they do with the lulav? David, listen to Anu Halacha. Here, did you ever see a man taking lulav like this? Shulchan Aruch is doing. A man that doesn't have a hand, where does it say they have to take it this way? Look at Shulchan Aruch. It's not. I'm holding it in my hand.
Right.
I mean, we have to realize it's not. We have
So
Rahman.
Rabbi, the interesting, if God forbid a guy
Think a
lost his
minute.
right hand, would he do Zeru'ah or would he put it in his left hand?
Good question. On the right hand.
He would put it in
Because
Zeru'ah
our
on his
eyes,
right
Right,
hand?
right armpit?
It's
Yeah,
considered.
versus, I'm just asking if.
It's a good question. No, it's a good question. It's a good
He
question.
could do it in his hand
Right,
or he
right.
could do it in his
The
right
left.
armpit. Which one is more,
Since the Mishnah.
Well,
No, he has a good point. He's saying, why should I take it under my arm?
do it in your
Do
left
it in
hand?
the left.
That's what you have now.
Interesting
That's what it
question.
is.
Look at the Shulchan Aruch again. See
He's like
Gimel.
now he's like a lefty.
אדם שאין לו יד נוטה לולב בזרועו, וכן האתרוג. Means right or left.
Right.
Can you imagine you putting the etrog
Well,
under your
under your
arm?
armpit.
Why? If the Torah says, "Ulekachtem," I'm holding it. You realize what the
But
halacha
this is considered holding?
defines.
This is
It
considered
is
holding?
holding. It is holding. Remember the fact that the
You know,
fact
people don't usually walk around like that.
Whoa.
That.
Hazid, the guy doesn't have a hand.
I got it.
look at second Mishnah Berurah
That's why he's the
21.
rabbi.
שאין, this is the Shulchan Aruch.
So Rabbi, if a God forbid a guy can't do it, can someone do it for him?
No, this
His wife.
No, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
It has to be him,
Somebody
correct?
died, put him in that bedridden. You're right, he's
He
bedridden.
does. No, I'm saying guy doesn't have.
Tool from taking lulav.
So he shouldn't ask his wife to come and,
She can do whatever she wants, but he didn't do
He
But
can't
he
say
can do
He
nothing but the
can't say
activity.
beracha.
Nothing.
You can't say beracha.
Look at the Mishnah
No,
Berurah.
you didn't gain anything.
שאין לו יד, שאין לו יד, רוצה לומר שאין לו ידיים כלל.
Or any hands.
עכשיו, חבל שלא חשבתי על your question.
Hmm.
Why does it say שאין לו ידיים כלל?
That's why he's telling you to do the
Why,
Zroa.
why doesn't he say?
So otherwise, do you have to? He's answering the question.
You have to look inside.
No, but it makes sense what
It's
you
a
just
good-
said.
But
נוטל,
Zroa could be elbow also.
נוטל, it says openly, look, נוטל הלולב בזרועו של ימין, וכן האתרוג בזרוע השמאל,
He's God forbid,
If
guy
it's
doesn't
this,
have any hands.
for sure.
למי כתיב, look, למי
לקחתם ביד,
כתיב,
it
does
doesn't
it
say
say
that.
ולקחת ביד, it doesn't say take in your hand, לקחתם לכם, any way you take it. בזרועו היינו בית השחי under the arm.
Oh,
אבל אין לו זרוע כלל, if he doesn't have it all,
Yeah.
right? אין ליטול בפה, now he's asking a good question. Why can't I
Put
put
it in
it?
your mouth.
So this is not looking
Mouth.
interesting.
Not a lekiha.
not לקיחה, ולקחתם
But it has to
לכם, ולקחתם means your body, not your mouth. You cannot put it in your mouth.
So what does it mean? Put it like this?
Like
Like
he's
this?
saying, no, under your shoulder is still considered, it's still considered taking.
Right.
This is the prima,
Artificial arm should be no problem.
this is the prima gadim.
I don't know that.
ביקורי
Why
יעקב,
do you say that? Why do you say that?
Why
Why do you say that?
Why shouldn't I say it?
What about I want to wear a glove?
Let the rabbi talk.
You wear a glove, you leave your etrog to your grandchildren and you eat. Glove is not good.
It's a חציצה.
No, but that's a glove. This is his head. How's he
Tells you gloves don't good either.
Let's read the meaning. ובביקורי יעקב חולק עליו. זה מחלוקת אחרונים. If you can take the love in your mouth or not. I mean, it sounds funny, but Shem Yishmerenu, there are soldiers. Now the question is artificial hands. So let's look a minute.
Rabbi Prague, would this have any link to a when you do a kinyan, you have to do it with a hand? Could you do a kinyan with your mouth?
When you do what?
Kinyan.
No, kinyan is only a legal term. Any way you do it is fine.
Well, wait a minute, but you have a kicha with a kinyan, don't you?
In a second, okay.
So you want
Okay,
to
I'm sorry.
mouth?
Jimmy, you see, Jimmy? I prepared our class, but I didn't, no questions opening Shabbat. Look,
Yeah.
okay.
Where?
Look 2 lines from the left. Look a second. וכן האתרוג, ואם יש לו יד אחד, יטול ללולב.
It says it clearly.
Open. He has only one.
In other words,
he
he has only a
left
left hand.
He's a righty. He has a left, take it to left.
Put the etrog in the
So here it tells you to use the left better than the.
ואם אי אפשר לו ליטול האתרוג בזרוע, this is good, this is the details of real הלכה. ליטול שניהם בידו בזה אחר זה. What does it mean?
Here's one.
Not together.
This is one of the halachot.
If he can't put it in his armpit, do one at a time then, with the one arm that you have.
This is based on the Rambam. Look, this is the
Oh, Rambam says if you put it one after another, you
Yeah,
can
where
say.
they are laid out on the table
Yes.
before, we discussed that.
The Rambam says, look at the same
But
siman.
how is that an aguda? That's certainly not. That's not together.
The etrog is not in the Agudah.
No, but he said, that's what you have.
David, let's look in the Rambam in Yudbet. Everyone agrees that Chatchila is an Agudah. In a minute we see the Rambam that if you cannot, place them in front of you and make a bracha and pick up the lulav and put the lulav down. Pick up the etrog and put it down. Pick up the adasim and put down. Agudah is a Chatchila. Look at Yudbet.
Which?
Shulchan Aruch
Oh, you
Yudbet.
still didn't. Oh, sorry. No, we went back to that.
ארבעה מינים הללו מעכבים זה את זה. שאם חסר לו אחד מהם, לא יברך על השאר. אוקיי? If you have only 3, לא ברכה. אבל לא כולם בשכל בארבע. Just pick it up to remember. ואם היו 4 מצויים אצלו, if you have the 4 species, and you are bad reading and you cannot speak the 4 together, ונטלם אחד יצא. So David, going back to what he said, this is what he meant. No, David's question was, it's not an agudah. The answer is the Rambam says.
Rapid succession is not together, I guess.
The bracha that you make is on all the 4. You're lifting it one by one. So you realize he's so makpid.
If we go back
He's
to
so
the Torah,
makpid.
I just want to see.
He's so makpid not to take them together in one hand. He says if you have one hand only, take the lulav. leave the etrog on the table and then pick up the
Remember the
etrog.
pasuk that we read, mem, doesn't say anything about an akudah, by the way.
Okay, so the machlok, it's machlok Rabbi Yehuda and
No, I'm
Rabbanan.
just saying, the pasuk never says akudah.
David,
It
it's a
says,
machlok, it's a machlok, it's a machlok Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbanan. If the agudah is,
Right.
the agudah is because of
Ma'akev
his
or
do
not.
or not. It's a machlok Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbanan.
So Rabbi, in that case, should a person say a beracha or safek berachot
No,
la'akev?
לא, משמע היא שודק בברכה, יש איזה דיון.
He's doing it.
יש
No,
איזה...
you're saying it's a mahloket if it has to be an akudah.
בהלכה, בהלכה. בהלכה is like חכמים. But even if you're holding it
One-
together untied, you say,
You'd say, oh, so that's why you say
Yeah, this is
beracha.
right.
You say you don't have
So you
safek
saying one
berachot.
bracha for the whole thing? Well, you told us there were times you said individual.
My hand
Well,
became the holder.
what happened? If you came tomorrow and then after you made the bracha and Hallel is over, someone told you you didn't have a ravot. You didn't have.
I thought it was it.
You bring a ravot now, you make a bracha, netilat arava.
Yeah.
Al Netilat Arava.
Arava, yes.
Oh, interesting.
Why?
Because al netilat arava, you chill already. Here, look a second.
Oh, you would say,
Now, the bracha that you did, of course, it was wrong, but after you did it, the bracha covered the three that you had. Here, look a second.
al netilat araba.
Look a second.
I'll try this at home.
Fill in. You're usually after out to start from scratch.
You look a second. Look a second. Look a second first in Mishnah Berurah. Go Mishnah Berurah Nun Bet. Okay, 2 pages. Nun Bet. ונטלם אחד יצא דיוויד, this is addressing your concern. The אגד שאנו עושים בלולב, דיוויד, no, on the bottom, דיוויד, on the bottom. The אגד שאנו, יביד? משנה ברורה נובע. The אגד שאנו עושים בלולב, הוא רק למצווה בעלמא ולא למצווה. וזה השמואינה בסעיף א', ואחר השמואינה, ואפילו אם הלקיחה לא היה בבת אחת רק בזה אחר זה, גם כן יצא. Yes? Now, look a second, what he says if you found out that one is wrong. Look a second.
One was what?
You were missing one.
But it was pasul.
Missing is puzzle. Like a lot of guys have Aravot that are no good.
By the way, half of them by that time, if they don't put them in water or something, they're dried out.
Yeah.
The minimum rabbi is how many leaves on the arava?
No, the about one.
One healthy one.
Okay.
One healthy one. Not a black one.
No, healthy mean.
I know what it means. What's the problem?
Now look
And if
at,
it's black, if they're all black, that's considered pasul.
look a second.
That's why I get a
That's really
spare
question.
in the refrigerator when I switch.
Well, you can buy them.
Look at the Mishnah Berurah. Look at Mishnah Berurah Nun Vav. David in the next page, David in the next page, Nun Vav. Look at the 5th line. Please listen carefully what he says. Im berech al הלולב, yes? berech על הלולב. ואחר הברכה ראה שלא היה בו הדס, או ערבה, או שהיו פסולים או מעובחים.
Any reason.
אם היה לו ההדס או הערבה בביתו בתמונות, את ההר שבבטואן, באופן שאין צריך להפסיק בינתיים, כי כך ארבעתם ביחד, ויברך על אותו מין שנחסר.
But he should take all of that.
You have to, מעשרת שלך has to be מעשרת שלך before, yes? So either consecutive 1, 2, 3, 4, here, you took
Yeah, so he picks them all up again and he says, "Al netilat araba."
על הערבה יברך על נטילת ערבה, על הדס יברך על נטילת עץ
I would have thought maybe just pick up that one item you missed.
Yeah, that's
Put
what
it
I'm.
together. Put them at that point together.
ג'ימי, ואם היה זה tomorrow ביום הראשון, צריך לברך עוד פעם שני שהחיינו, בשביל הנחסר. You did not, the שהחיינו has to cover all the food. You did not.
The first day.
No, I know.
Okay, have a wonderful holiday, and the holiday we learn every day at this, my number, the 464 number.
And the timing,
I'm
the
in
timing,
Lakewood, yeah.
timing is a regular 7:15?
We later.
Finish here 7:35
No,
every day, it's finished 7:35. When the holiday will start between 7:35 and 7:40, because you have Hoshanot every day, you have Alel, you have Musaf every day. Normally it's really only 20 minutes, but it says 7:35. Goodbye.
You know what?
Wow.
Huh? I think he's here.
No, Rabbi,
השם ישמור אותך ולך מעתה ועד עולם. רבי ניסן, וואו.
So we got Hoshen Rabbah on the plane. So you got.
Oh, you go to Israel?
China.
Or China? I want to.
Whatever they did.
I want to say something about. He asked a question about if it's an artificial hand. A fork or a spoon is considered an extension of your hand.